mosquitoes out here. It looks like this. Whew.
Alright, we're back. This time in the daylight. So, let's see what we find. Let's go. I love all the moss everywhere. Okay.
Moss growing on everything, and you know, the integration of the structure.
Beautiful.
Really, really beautiful. There's a bunch of trees that fell over this pathway over here. This pathway is closed, but we know the trail up here. This up here.
Wow. Didn't realize there was so much here when we're in the dark on our last trip. Oh, those look like some rustlers.
Let me do a look-see here, and I'll be right back. Alright, let me lock the car.
Okay. Where are we, babe?
So, the official name, which was difficult to find online, the Mikibayama Kofun Group, and it is a hillside temple complex that has standing stones, mounds, these passage chamber Kofun structures. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I thought I heard somebody coming up the trail, which would be a surprise given how remote of a location this is. But there's a bunch of stuff here. I don't want to spoil the surprise. And by simply translating Alexa, I was going to surprise her as well by what we're going to see. But
yeah, I have no idea where we are.
There's a bunch of stuff up here. They call them tumulus or kofun. Characteristics. I'll leave it for the video.
Oh, cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger, here.
The king. All right, let's go.
But this entire hillside is a massive complex of interconnected structures. So I think now, without further ado, let's time lapse the hike, and we're gonna go up here and then we'll be up there.
Cool idea. Some fresh offerings. Mochi balls, banana, jim bean. Oh wow. What's back here?
It's pretty crazy standing in between those two stones in the center of that little sacred space.
Some offerings of sake. Let's go find Jeffrey.
You know, not sure if this is modern or ancient. They know that the standing stones at the top are extremely ancient, Jomon period. So the stones were here before the tree. I would say this perimeter here is most likely part of a stone circle of sorts. This flat hillside here, and they've got this shrine. And anytime we see these massive cracks in these rocks, they are usually enshrined to represent places where the power of God touched down from heaven to earth, i.e. a lightning strike. And you can see the massive crack in this stone here, the shrine.
Watch out, that hornet's over there.
Yeah, I saw it. And, you know, this looks like a...
Oh my gosh. This looks like a huge tree.
She's saying how it looks like a huge petrified tree.
If you look closely at the stone.
So this, it looks like this stone has cracked in this direction, and these pieces, the layers have fallen off. Like this sheared face here, cracked down to here, and more of it cracked. Yeah, you can see the tip of it here. So this was all originally one big piece of stone, one huge outcrop of stone that's cracked sequentially and collapsed. We got all our little bag of tools here today. I don't know what the composition of this stone is. You know, we got very lucky with the magnetic field measurements at structures like Ogami Gaishi, because they are made of andesite, a stone that is permeated with magnetite, which can be magnetized. If there's no magnetite or iron in a stone, it's not going to yield a magnetic signature. But we can certainly go check. I do see pieces of quartz. You see this right there? Those are quartz inclusions. And we've already found tons of pieces of quartz. Okay, interesting. So there's a slight increase in magnetic field. So here it's showing 45 microtesla. And then when I go over to the stone, it's showing 48 and 49 microtesla, so there's a slight increase. You know, at Ogami Gaishi, we're getting crazy readings, like up to 1,000 microtesla. Yeah, it's 40, 48, 49, 48, 49. Quartz inclusions here, 48, 49. But definitely higher than when I pull the sensor away from the stone. All right, so we're going to check and kind of measure a bunch of stuff today. Oh, it is cool. Tons of mosquitoes out here.
So beautiful.
All right, don't forget your camera. All right, so now we're going to walk back up. Another interesting thing is to check the alignment of this stone. So during our previous investigations, we kept finding an alignment. Here's another piece of quartz here.
Oh, nice find.
Do you have a flashlight? Where, you know, deep in these geological strata, when there's seismic forces that activate the piezoelectric property in quartz, that electric field draws microscopic particles of gold toward the quartz that create these quartz deposits on the gold vein. So there's a direct connection between seismic activity, quartz deposits, and the formation of gold deposits on those quartz veins, which we certainly have followed those forces here in Japan. So again, I wouldn't be at all surprised if there's a huge gold deposit that was associated with this mountain. You can also see these Shimenawa and Shide wrapped around these poles. Not poles, because I say that because they look like wood. Wrapped around these pieces of stone. Standing stones, pillars, menhir, etc. And again, I see some of the same type of rock formation here that may have, again, it's hard to tell. So unfortunately in Japan, you know, once they build a shrine, it's no longer an archaeological site, it's a spiritual site. And there is no more archaeological study once it is designated a shrine or a temple. And clearly there's shrines and temples here, so this is kind of a somewhat abandoned archaeological site. They could certainly determine a lot more about the original configuration. I wouldn't be at all surprised if there were a lot more of these large standing stones. It looks like this rock here, you know, it may actually form this hill. There may be rock embedded in this hillside that's now just covered in sediment. You know, there's no really way for us to tell. So I definitely want to take my shoes off again. I had a pretty profound, well, it may have, I can definitely feel a physiological sensation standing between those two stones. And you may remember from our expedition to Mount Roko, at the very end of that video, we did a test with the voltage meter at the center of a stone circle. And we tested the cardinal directions, the really, really nice pieces of quartz. So maybe there's a connection in the function of these sites to this recent research study. And they did that. They induced piezoelectric effect from some quartz in an experimental setting in a solution that contained nanoparticles of gold. And we saw that deposits of said nanoparticles of gold began to develop on the surface of the quartz.
All right, we're on our way to the next site. Oh, wow.
Okay. Structure number one here.
Whoa.
Whew. Let me catch my breath.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
I mean, this it is the exact same type of structure that is all over iron. New grain, nose, but especially the passage chamber systems at ARCHAEOALCHEMY. It looks exactly like this. Look at that.
Yeah, we might as well be in Ireland.
Yeah, might as well be in England or Ireland. And we're going to check this thing out.
You want the flashlight?
Here in just a minute. Let me get the
There's a couple of these. Reminds me of carotene.
same type of passage chamber configuration. And we're going to check the alignment of the openings, see where that is facing. And then over here, I did find some artifacts. Looks like, and I can't, it says 1978, so that's what I'm imagining was the original excavation of the site. And we found this miscellaneous stuff.
Oh, wow.
Lex is my Japanese translator for the day, so she's going to do a quick translate. You can see some standing stones here. It looks to be a dual concentric. So there may have been a ring here on the inside and then another concentric ring on the outside.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Definitely going to take my shoes off and stand in the center of this bad boy here.
Oh wow. flashlight.
It's absolutely soaked. We're gonna look a hot mess when we go into some random Japanese restaurant on the ride home.
We're gonna be smelly Americans.
Oh, you're covered in bugs,
look
babe.
at them swarm.
She's like,
I'm too much sweet.
sure they're all around me. I've been feeling mosquito bites. We're gonna be covered in mosquito bites. This is what we do for you guys. All right, I guess, and then pass it to me from the inside over there. Here.
Okay. Oh, I could set it down.
I don't need the flashlight.
Okay.
This is exactly like anything that you would see in England and Ireland. So just be very careful not to touch any. There you go. I was trying not to disturb any stones or anything on the way in here.
From the mothership.
Hot.
We always do the hard way.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the butterflies.
Another one here. This is the remains of another one here. Collapsed. This one dropped down. It's much deeper than I expected. Will you get a translate of this?
Yes,
here?
of course.
Oh, these giant bugs. I don't know what those things are.
Oh my gosh.
Those things are huge.
Oh, I've never seen one like
I
that.
don't know what that is. So, corbelled ceiling. Oh, these things are all over
Oh my
the place
God.
in here.
What are
What the
those?
fuck is that? They're like.
Can you get a close up?
I'm trying to.
I would have climbed in there without the flashlight.
Yeah, there's a giant spider over there attached to that nest. Okay.
Oh wow, look at the roofing beams.
Yeah, okay, so corbelled ceiling, like exactly, not quite exactly like Newgrange, but it's very, very reminiscent of Newgrange. The corbelled ceiling of Newgrange. Now I've scared all these bugs away. It stinks in here.
Like what?
It's not good.
Oh my gosh, I see them crawling
And
everywhere.
you see on the top right that white thing too? That's a huge spider in an egg sac. Yep. Pretty crazy. You know, these things are Neolithic structures dating back to, you know, conventionally around 3000 BCE. But possibly dating back to like 10,000. So 12,000 years ago, 11,000 years ago. The ancient stone lightning physics and chemistry technology of these Neolithic civilizations.
Will you go in there with me?
Whew. It's hot inside these rhinos. Here, go have a look.
Oh my gosh.
Just say, maybe don't go all the way in there. There's tons of bugs. And it's
I've never seen a bug that big.
Yeah, I don't know
up
what
close.
those are, but I scared them all away. Oh, babe, your back is covered with
I have welts everywhere.
welts everywhere. All right, so we're gonna walk right up to the top here. I see something at the top, and then
There's a little one.
I think we are.
Okay, let's go.
Don't worry, I scared all of them to the back of the thing. There you go.
I want to see that egg sac.
To the right.
Oh, one's laying an egg sac right now.
Yeah, it's back to the right. You see that big white blob on the ceiling?
What the hell is that?
Babe.
It's like an alien.
All
But
right,
this
come on.
roof. Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Jeez.
I did it.
She's an adventurous one. I gotta keep an eye on. Yeah, there's nothing else indicated as being up here. All right, so that's a pretty good conclusion for today. Again, I get the sense that I'm standing on a structure here. This entire, I mean, I can see stone foundation here. Again, it may be relatively modern when they built this house. Well, again, why the hell would you build this house up here? How are you getting all the materials up here? It's a bit of an undertaking. And just this, I wouldn't be at all surprised if this is a White Horse Hill. It looks, you know, we've been looking at these horseshoe scalloped hillside formations. I can see that there's a big river, or that actually may be a lake down there. So we got a body of water, moist, hot air circulating up here.
It's a beautiful butterfly. The swallowtail. I think it's on its way out. Its lifespan. It's interesting to see the divergent evolution, because we have swallowtails in the U.S. as well. Come here, sweetheart. Thank you for today.
You're welcome.
Oh, rest easy.